What's going on, people? Welcome. We are about to head into our final game of the day, and we're going to check in with my favorites, with the boys. We're checking in with Uzbekistan, just on the back of them having, a pretty easy start to the day. They got a nice little 13-1 over Turkmenistan, and now they take on Tajikistan, who we've just seen lose 13-0. So, Anders, I think it's safe to say we've got a favorite in this one.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. Could be another very, very one-sided affair, but again, we're going to get to learn some new names and say, hello to at least one name that we already recognize. But I expect it's going to be quite the one-sided match.
Yes, I mean, honestly, looking at this, we need to see a completely different Tajikistan in kind of every single way. But honestly, we'll come back to a point that we've kind of touched on a few times. Tajikistan didn't play bad Counter-Strike. They actually, as much as it sounds wild for us to say that off the back of 13-0, they actually didn't play, in terms of their fundamental setups, bad. They had decent ideas. The spacing was fine. The util was fine. It was actually just coming down to raw aim duels is where they were losing these games and losing those rounds.
Yeah.
So I think maybe if they can kind of clean up a couple of the mistakes or just give themselves a couple more opportunities with maybe, honestly, just gimmicks, that's when we can maybe talk about something. But Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan are, a solid side and their individuals are scary, but man, some of the players on Uzbekistan roster they're no joke either. I mean, these guys have played at some of them have played at the top level of tier 2 for a while now.
All right, yeah. I mean, I definitely look forward to it. I want to see if IESF Lone's got some people on his side that are worth talking about, because they were very, very good in Yash, the Uzbekistan team last time. It was really fun to see.
Yeah, exactly. Let's take a look through the Tajikistan roster. Was this one? Of course, we just seen these guys. There was a couple of moments. King looked okay on the AWP. He had a couple of individual highlight shots, so to say. But realistically, I'm not going to look into it all too much. It was a pretty one-sided game. Tajikistan never really got going. There was a couple of moments where maybe we can say the team looked all right, but it's tough to say that. You get 13-0. There's no two ways about it. It does need to be a different showing, though, from them. They need to come and bring some sort of confidence coming into this. It's not that easy. Let's check in with Uzbekistan, though. And there's a little bit more to talk about here with some of these players. And obviously, there's one in particular that we are fans of. We got to meet him in Yash last year as he represented Team Uzbekistan. That's IESF Loan, very talented guy, now playing on Force Reload, their academy side. However, the players around him are also pretty damn talented as well. Ururkin is someone I don't actually know. He's a bit of a new name for me, at least in the domestic scene. Yujin has been around for a long, long time. Decent player. He's pretty young himself. Very, very talented rifler, playing under the banner of One Win, who are one of the kind of the more Titan teams within that tier 2. DSSJ, another player who's been very scary recently, playing under Arc Red. And somebody who I look toward to make a real big difference. He's a little bit older, but kind of mid-20s at this point, but really, really talented dude. And then the last one being Seka, who is the vet of the team at 30 years of age. But interestingly enough, Seka and DSSJ are both open. So I wonder how they're going to kind of go about that.
Okay. Some interesting names here. Rukin is, I guess, is like that's a Rukin. That's going to be a difficult name to pronounce, I guess. Rikin, I must say his real name is insane. Like Boris Kim, that is a strong name. I have that has some real power behind it. I like that.
Cool haircut as well. I'll just throw out there. He's got a mean afro on it. Like, it's pretty sick.
Oh yeah.
He did last time I casted him, which was like about a year ago. But he had a cool big afro kind of vibe on it. So.
Not to get into any numerology or anything like that, but like that's a powerful name. Like you can't really be named Boris Kim and not like you're gonna go somewhere in life. Like for sure, that's sick. Well played. I think this is gonna be another one-sided game, like we already said. But I'm still gonna be looking for some of these players to see if they got some mechanical talent to show us again, because we're gonna try and make some sort of judgment about what's gonna happen when Uzbekistan face off against Kazakhstan. That's probably going to be the interesting part. Hope we get to see catch a couple of more games from the region again. I still want to see what Turkmenistan are able to do down the road. Like it could be fun to just to have a sense of it, just so we have like some taste of what's going on for sure. And also Kyrgyzstan as well is in there. So might be another couple of countries that can do some damage here. That could be interesting.
Yeah, exactly that. I mean, we're looking at this and there's a really decent opportunity all in all. I mean, both of these sides, especially if you're Turkmenistan now, Tajikistan, say you've kind of got nothing to lose because you don't want to be like there with Turkmenistan. They've had a bit of a rough run of things. Both of them find themselves in a bit of a tough spot. 0 points for Tajikistan, Turkmenistan. Turkmenistan, for them, it's been a pretty rough day at the office. So they've got kind of 5 rounds across their 2 games they've played so far. Tajikistan would at least like to make, a bit of a competition out of this. And I hope that we can see something like it. But Uzbekistan, big thing for them, making sure that they keep up with Kazakhstan. We've just seen 13-0 these guys. So I think that's kind of a bit of a, lay down the gauntlet type of vibe. And I think Uzbekistan, who they know that their closest competition, especially with them being, those two are going to play off against each other tomorrow, you kind of want to say, well, if you can do it, so can we.
Yeah. I mean, that's the right attitude, right? You gotta come in there not being too impressed by what the other teams are doing and just kind of, giving it the best that you can. Yeah. They're your favorite team right now, I can tell. I don't know, I feel like the Kazakhstan side, especially with Pumpkin out there, that made me think, all right, that's some powerful AWP play. I wonder if they're going to have someone on their side here to maybe fight against it. Obviously, it's a best of 1, and we end up going to Mirage, the deciding map. So, all right, I guess Vertigo kind of lived for the first round of bans. It was a little bit into it, so... Yeah, I'm just tracking the Vertigo hate to see how much, how high it is.
Yeah, it is one of those that is played, a fairly decent amount in the region. But yeah, Mirage going to come through the Pugger's Paradise. Nice and simple. But yeah, I'm with you, just touching on what you were saying. The big difference, I like the Uzbekistan side a lot. I like the individuals. But honestly, for me, Kazakhstan should be seen as the favorites in terms of results. I think players-wise, maybe Uzbekistan potentially a little scarier with DSSJ, really good AWPer, Ryujin, very good rifler, Icy Bone, very good rifler. However, Kazakhstan are a team, whereas Uzbekistan are actually a mix. And there's something we've touched upon across today's qualifiers that normally you kind of back teams as the ones to win because they've got the defaults, they've got the setups, they know how to play around each other. But, all 5 of these guys play on different teams. So we'll have to see how things look in the game. Do they have that synergy, cohesion, all of the rest? Well, Anders, it's about time to find out. Uzbekistan going to be starting on that CT side. Tajikistan starting on the T side.
Yeah, let's not waste any time. Let's get right into it. Already making the jump down, but good defense with the USP. All right, it's a pretty good follow-up, actually. K27 coming in to get the kill. They're going to go straight for the bomb plant, no real delay, and the retake is on now for Uzbekistan. We'll see if they're going to be able to find their way through.
Region. From the corner. Look at this aggro setup. My God. I mean, he gets dismantled pretty quickly, in all fairness. Last player over towards Firebox. Ices, and they're walking. They go for the knife. That's still kind of risky, fellas. I mean, 1v3 is not impossible, but I don't hate it. Well, it is what it is. Uzbekistan win the round. Good confidence, I guess, is a nice thing to see. They're not too stressed coming into this one, Uzbekistan, it seems.
Yeah, that's the kind of play you make when you just feel like, all right, listen, we already know we have such a good read on this, we're gonna win it. So, but still, bomb planted. They get a little bit of extra cash on the T side, and that's worth something all on its own.
Well,
Second
for now,
round, yeah,
we'll have to see. Basically, what Tajikistan could do with their little force buy they've got. Of course, bomb plant will facilitate it, but it's a full buyout. For the CT side, they'll know all too well about it. Final game of the day as well for Tajikistan, so, nothing really left to lose it. And go all out. Mid-smoke going to come through. Region can pop shots through it. I'm judging by the fact that he's the one wielding the scout, that he'll be the primary AWPer. In this one, maybe, but then, I don't know, they have a few different players who can pick it up. Either way, opening couple are decent, and Uzbekistan left down to 2.
Okay, and this is definitely not according to the script right here. But it's happening anyway. Oh, bomb does get planted. That's hugely important. If that kill had happened a second earlier and there wasn't a bomb plant, you never know what can happen. But now it is essentially a 2 versus 5 retake here coming into it. Already whittled down a little bit, but jumping with the MAC-10. It's not worth challenging. DSS on the other side. Going to get one more kill, but it will be Tajikistan coming up with this kill and the round as well. I can't believe it. That's shocking.
Honestly, I think, for me, that just comes down to Uzbekistan coming in towards that round just a little bit too lax, a little bit too loose. They're sort of 3 of them kind of messing around, taking pop shots in through a window. I think they realize that they're the better players, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if you take your foot off the gas, you can get punished. And in that instance, well, yeah, they did. So credit to Tajikistan. Still got something in the locker. They're not a side you can completely sleep on. Yes, they've been 13-0'd, but yeah, they've got enough. In 5 mid. It has to be a force buy as well for Uzbekistan here, just off the fact that their econ is in double eco mode. So there's no point really even saving. They would have had to eco in towards the next round regardless. They give up short control and they start to wrap in towards B.
Nice shot through the smoke. Putting a little bit of pressure on. No one checking the corner there, so a rifle has been going over. That's dangerous. We'll see what DSS could do with the Deagle. It's a good headshot to begin with, and there's a flank coming in as well. They're in a little bit of trouble right now. Which is Gracias is going to be going down. It's a second to get that one, and now just 1 player left. Not going to be for long, so sure, they might have given up the previous round, but they're kind of just telling us, all right, you know what? We're just going to take it right back. Who cares?
Damn, some of those shots were kind of ridiculous. I can't lie. Deagle looking crisp. So, Uzbekistan onto right back. This is what they're like, from when they're playing Counter-Strike at the level we know they can. They're pretty damn good. But just make sure that you don't get, too comfortable, too lackadaisical in some of these fights. 2-1, they aren't back. Uzbekistan, unfortunately for them, no real money, no real buy. And, yeah, should be a 3-1 starting towards this one. The Glock trying to make a little move in towards mid. Yes, SJ having a little fight behind it. It's a massacre. Basically, all the shots through the smokes, and only the 1 casualty for Uzbekistan. Very simple 3rd on the board.
Yeah, job done. Not much messing around there. You're all right, though. I mean, there's no point in sort of prolonging things, and I don't know if the round differential is going to be a factor, but just why leave it to chance, right? Why not just try and win as much as you can and then celebrate later? Yeah. Still have not that many kills happening on the T side for the minute here. Nice grenade, though, but the AWP will stick around on the CT side. And to answer your question, at least for now, it was DSS who's going to be picking up the AWP, and he's actually shut down.
Damn, that is a crisp shot. A little flash. Making this a little hard, but in the end, I think it should be fine. And yeah, last man with an AK, he's so far away over towards ramp. He was the one throwing the U-tool, setting it all up. He's about to eat a grenade as well, so makes his life a little worse. Dead man walking. Very simple round by Uzbekistan. They just win it off the back of, well, War Angels.
Not a bad job. 4-1. And without the bomb plant, obviously, you don't really have the money. Even with the bomb plant, probably would have been very, very tricky to try and make that buy. But not even a question here. And stealing a couple of AKs there on IC and on to not a name that's going to be easy to pronounce. We'll have to ask him if we get a chance. Maybe in Chengdu, we'll find out for sure. We'll say, how exactly is that? Help us out, Make
our lives a little easier.
Exactly, give us the inside scoop on that one. Got 5 Deagles on the T side. Yeah,
About these events, you get to find out all these kind of intricate details about, especially for maybe, oh my God, what a shot by King. But yeah, like you're saying, it is a nice thing about events like IESF. You get to find out about regions that are a little bit slept upon. Deagle, oh, he couldn't hit the second reload, nearly pulled off, but it will be a double there. Ryujin also falls. Making something of this.
Yeah, doing some damage. Flick not really connecting there. Gets the jump on over. It was spotted, however. The bomb is making its way through T-spawn, so if you're the AWP playing in the window, yeah, you don't want to be over challenging too much. You got to be careful. There's a player right behind him, and he doesn't get the no-scope off either, so now it's a 1 versus 3, and they're going to win another round. Okay.
Fair play.
Tajikistan actually coming up with some good stuff here.
Yeah, the 2 rounds they're losing to as well are kind of the rounds out of nothing in a way, right? I think it is showing pretty handedly where Uzbekistan have these pitfalls about them. They just don't have the discipline. It's as simple as that. It's all well and good playing kind of, good Counter-Strike where your individuals are very solid, but you've got to make sure that you're clean in terms of the way you approach some of the rounds which are kind of guaranteed. That was pistols for the most part. And they've fallen flat to it. Bad. Uzbekistan will rebuy though. That's the main thing. They've got at least enough economy to work off. So don't worry just yet. Tajikistan though, keeping themselves alive. Already better than what we saw against Kazakhstan. So but honestly, we really can't complain at all. This is been a bit of a rough day out of the office. So any rounds are good rounds.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they're definitely showing us that. Again, we got the sense of it in the first match that they kind of knew what they were doing. And I think that they're cementing that fact right now. Tajikistan coming up with more interesting rounds than maybe a lot of people were expecting here. That's, I think, really worth respecting. So, some pressure being applied over at the B-bomb site. We can tell that this is a bit of a fake. The actual attack is going to be towards the A-bomb site. But if you can stay alive here in this position, then it's worth it.
It's true. Very true. Attack anchoring. Nothing really to work with there. They're going to cross, and I think they've actually been able to do it silently. Nice shot, though. Yes, SJ, beautiful work. Oh, no, but Ryujin will get caught. Nearly kills his teammate, but it's good information. There's a decent flank here. Icy phone for one. Looking for a second and a deliver. No bomb plant just yet, and the AWP still delivering. It's falling apart. And I think now for Ice, I'd just save it.
Yeah, that might be the better choice. Unfortunately, because that was a great setup for it otherwise. Like, they had a chance in this round, but once the game slowed down a little bit, they just can't really do much of anything here. Time's going to be running out, and that will make it a 5-2 scoreline. With the money being, I don't know, you can find a way to make this work on the T side if you want to.
Let's see. I mean, yeah, looks like they're tempted to squeeze in a bit of a buy. That's a really good round for the individuals there. I mean, Ice phone for a double, but it's actually the AWP that does most of God's work. Some quick shots. The SSJ, he's very talented, honestly, when he gets going. Secker also used to be an AWPer. He played for, I think they were called Storm Uzbekistan off the top of my head. But,
okay.
Yeah, he's, a little bit older. He's 30 years of age these days. Doesn't play maybe at the level that the SSJ does. So he's doing a little bit more of the anchoring work. He's a bit more of probably the, what do you call it? Like the vibes, the experience in the team.
Yeah, he's just, that's nice. You don't have to keep up with the swiftness of the younger generation. You can just kind of lean back and enjoy the game a little bit. I can respect that. Slow start to this round here. Tajikistan not too aggressive at the beginning of it. They want to see if there's going to be any wild stuff happening from the Uzbekistan side. And you know what? I can understand that too, because they have been playing, maybe a little bit too bravely, maybe a little bit too brazenly on the CT side. So why not just see if they're going to give you some easy kills to begin with, if they're going to come running at you, which they're currently not. But yeah, it's been part of the game for now, so you can understand that. A little bit of a flash. It will keep a lot of people over on the B side right now, and looks like there's going to be an attempted crunch. Nice kill. K27 to take down Icy Blown.
Get score. Big trade though. Ryujin backside. Talented rifler, but he can only get one, and Saka will fall as well. Uh-oh. Bomb goes down. Now maybe something to work with. They're trying to boost up on towards sides. Taking the sweet time to do it, but they will in the end. Not really the strongest position, in all fairness, to hold in a post plant, but see what they can do with it. One player going towards doors now is DSSJ. Had an opportunity. He gets caught with the AWP, and Tajikistan, that's a solid round. That's not even a round where Uzbekistan take the foot off the gas and make mistakes. They beat them fair and square.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing that makes you just a little bit worried. They just still seem like they are the favorite team there, but you lose too many of those rounds, you never know what could happen, right? Sometimes when you realize a little bit later in the game, you're like, wait a minute, these guys are actually a little bit better than we were expecting. You can't necessarily turn it around. Big teams in the past have fallen to worse teams for this very reason. Like, you want to pull the brake, but by the time you do it, it's a little bit too late. I do like that. It's DSS coming in with a nice shot to take down K27, and that establishes a bunch of map control for them. The rest of them don't have that many rifles, but we'll see. They're still got a little bit of a cheeky setup over towards the B bomb side. You could see, I think it's Seka who's jumping, and Icy Vlone just ready to go at them with the deagle and the flashbang. Oh, it's another good grenade. My God, they're absolutely picking them apart in this round.
Yeah, it's just pretty damn easy, isn't it? I mean, already now 5-3, but King so low. As long as Uzbekistan don't overface, they should be absolutely fine. It's a little bit of a weird one, but I think all in all, the pistols have been such a problem for Tajikistan. That's where they seem to have this real weakness. When they come against these kind of lower to random buyers out of Uzbekistan, these gimmicky plays that they do, it's hard to read into them.
Yeah, just let him spend the time here, right? That's the thing that's really going to be hurting them soon. Oh, nice face with the AK. So Ura coming out with that one, and suddenly it's a 2 versus 3. The bomb not really delivered yet. Oh, the deagle shot, that's devastating. 20 seconds. And it's Region coming in with a good kill there towards Muchas Gracias. So Uzbekistan 6-3 in their favor. They steal that round back. Still seems like they're well in control of this game. It sort of almost feels like whenever they want to run around, they kind of can. Maybe they're having a little bit of fun too.
Yeah, 6-3. Nice and easy in the sense of Uzbekistan aren't taking it too easy. They're not trying to kind of come into what's this and show too much disrespect. I mean, Tajikistan, the rounds that they're winning are pretty legit. I think Uzbekistan are probably starting to realize as well that it's not as much of a walk in the park as it maybe they would have expected. Icy Vlone and Fusion both get caught, and it could be more for more. Oh, wow. Very quick. Some of these rounds are being found, and only 2 left for Uzbekistan. 1 being the MP9, which is dropped. I mean, so simple.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. Definitely looks like a level difference. Hard to know. Like, does this make you wonder if the Uzbekistan-Kazakhstan game is going to be different, or do you think it's just Uzbekistan having a bit of a decent time? And does it make you worried at all, or not yet?
Not yet, but I do think that immediately Kazakhstan look like a much cleaner side, right? I mean, this is probably the expectation. Uzbekistan are a mix where Kazakhstan are kind of a full team. They play under that Tor banner. But I do think there is a little bit, at least to me, where I think Uzbekistan are kind of trying to play for highlights to a degree. It feels like they're playing very individualistic, not playing off each other, and they are allowing Tajikistan to kind of fight fire with fire. You don't actually really want to pug against a side like this, but it's kind of working. This pistol round being put to bed pretty quickly. As Iceman get cleared, not effectively. We'll get 1. Some more as well. Yeah, met with nades, but he's still alive towards bench somehow, not for much longer. Gets caught by ice. And they all 1 by 1 start to drop. The 5-7, he can only get himself 1. In the end, Uzbekistan about to fall flat. But yeah, I think, Tajikistan, they actually look like they're playing better Counter-Strike here at the very least in terms of mechanics.
Yeah, this is quite the revelation. I was really gearing up for like another close to 13-0 kind of deal, but Tajikistan are showing us that is not the case right now. It's K27. He's got 10 kills, but I feel like at least 3 or 4 or 5 of them are entry frags. Like, he's doing great work at the start of the rounds. It's hugely important. And then Muchas Gracias is also doing really well with 11 kills. So they've got a couple of players that are, starting out at a high level here. And they've got the strategies. Dropping the bomb far back here. Just playing a default kind of scenario. Trying to take control of middle and underpass and make sure that no one's hanging around there. So it's all pretty good Counter-Strike stuff right now. Winning the fight there against DSSJ. So now 4 versus 5 to begin with.
Oh, hang on though. This little swing going to come through. It's very scrappy, but it is looking pretty decent for Tajikistan. 5-7 hoping to get one. Will, in fact, there's an AK to work with. I think there's a second one dropped there as well. They want it. Yeah, they'll get it. 2v3. Not impossible here. Bomb's still not down either. Second going to make a move. Back turn. Icy Vlone needed a bit of a miracle there. Only goes 1 for 1. 6 all half. Much, much closer than I thought it was going to be.
Definitely. Tied up. Means winner with the pistol now. I mean, that could make the big difference here. Just picking that one up and maybe off you go. Imagine if Tajikistan is somehow able to steal this away and actually beat Uzbekistan. That would be, I think, the real surprise of the bracket. Certainly, I was not expecting that. But I don't know. I still think there's a chance that this could turn out differently. Uzbekistan, we'll see now that they're going to be on the T side. They could be a lot more ferocious. You can make some quick calls and just kind of run down your opponent. So I think that happens sometimes when you're playing at sort of a tier 2 level. So we'll see how it plays out. But yeah, coming into this one, I'm already shocked. I'm already surprised.
Yeah, I'm with you. Take a pistol here. Tajikistan, we could be having a little bit of a conversation, in all fairness. Kind of a ridiculous position that we put ourselves into where Uzbekistan are actually having to maybe kind of lock in a little bit. I think still, at least for my money, not playing this as they should be. Not playing that up to the level of the individuals on their team. Tajikistan, they're causing upset here. My God, what a conversation that would be. Not by any means guaranteed just yet. A pistol round's needed. And then we've got to start to see, at the very least, a bit of consistency out of Tajikistan in terms of their rifle rounds. But so far, it's better than nothing.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. I mean, if we get a chance to talk to Uzbekistan if they win this, it'd be interesting to see if we can get a sense of like if they were expecting this, if they had a sense of it, because certainly it's a bit surprising to those of us watching. We got dualies coming out on the CT side. I think maybe they sold them again. I swear I saw some. But either way, we're heading into the pistol here in the second half, and yeah, with Tajikistan able to pick up half the rounds in the first half. That's crazy. Now they're going to be executing. It's Uzbekistan on the T side, and they're going to be going straight for the B bomb side. So, yeah, we've got some dualies here in place. That's nice. Could be a chance. 30 bullets. Oh, the flash is pretty good, though, and the dualies do nothing at all.
Wow. I mean, what do you even do here if you're Ice and King? They got no information about what the setup's like. They're going to hope for an overfight, and, well, you might get it, but it won't make a difference. A flawless round coming to come through from Uzbekistan. I mean, they barely even take damage. 4 out of 5, still on 100 HP. So easy, so simple. And it will be Uzbekistan kick-starting a lead. Good work, in all fairness. We still need a little bit more. Uzbekistan, I'm not convinced just yet. They've been a little lackadaisical throughout this game. Tajikistan can't really afford to do a force here, so this one's a bit of a throwaway regardless. Then full buy that comes in after this round is pretty damn important.
Oh yeah, this is where it's crunch time soon at least. This round I think should be a little bit easier. They just have USPs on the CT side, so shouldn't be much of a chance, even if you're stacked up on a bomb site, which they're not really, but even if they were, I doubt you're going to be able to win these fights. The jump down, nice shot from IESF Lone. Realized the boost was in. But yeah, this should be the cleanup round. I think the next one, though, even with a 2-round lead, you've got to be real careful here if you're Uzbekistan. Nice little drop down. Seka going to be taking care of K27 and King way across the map. But the P250, not much you could do really here. So just a question of trying to find an extra kill or two. There's the one. But hunted down eventually. So a 2-round lead for Uzbekistan. I think this is going to be the real pivotal round that's coming up now.
Yeah, it's not quite make or break, but it's definitely up there is how I put it. You know, it's their first gun round. They've got to come in towards this and really step it up and really kind of showcase what we saw at the end of that first half. If they don't, that's where it's a little worrying. That's where we look at this and say it might be kind of time to call it. We have to look at this, but this is the big one for me. If Tajikistan can't convert this first true gun round for them, where it's, you know, technically a bonus over towards Uzbekistan, we're in a little bit of trouble. Ice going aggro, and he's going to get the first. Ice finds IC Vlone in this sense, and already a nice little opener for Tajikistan to take.
Trying to fall back from that corner a little bit here. You've already won the first fight, so you don't want to stick around too much, but they will. Just enough to combine for the kill there. This is looking so good. CT side, locking down the defense, winning every fight they needed. Only one casualty for the CT side. This is real interesting now. Once again, 8-7, and going into round number 16 here. some money on the T side, but still, I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't this.
I'm with you. Question being for me now is, are we going to see Uzbekistan respond to one of these kind of gimmicky rounds that worked pretty well for them? Who knows? Who knows? Corner spray is good as Ryujin gets caught heading out from mid. Yikes. Opening double go the way of Tajikistan in pretty confident fashion. This is looking like we're about to be tied all square.
Yeah, I see him. Bit dangerous to pull out the grenade when that smoke fades. You never know if someone's made their way through. Oh, and speaking of smokes, that one maybe not going where they wanted into the window. Icy Valone just charging on through with the Tech 9. Two of them caught sleeping in the window, and now he's jumping up on. Oh, he's getting one more kill. Like, what's happening? This should never be happening. Icy Valone giving us a bit of a glimpse of what he's all about, leaving Madara on his own. 1 versus 3. I don't know what just happened. It's wild.
Icy Valone. Magic when he gets going, man, honestly. Bomb goes down, and now the post-spawn sets up. I think this one is safe to say done here, but second might get a chance. He hears all the information at the very least. Peek and a tag. Not enough for the kill, though. And he'll see it off in the end. It will be Uzbekistan back into the winning ways, but it did take some heroics. No two ways about it. It took Icy Valone to really pull them out of what felt like a pretty dire situation, thankfully. Oh, well and good. At 9-7 now. Back over towards the CT side. They have money to work with in terms of an investment. It's not the greatest, though. Double MP9, triple M4, but the Util lacking a kind of across the board bar, the top two of Ice and Gracia. So you're looking at that and saying, I mean, retake's going to be super difficult.
Yeah, no question. You're right. Starts out well enough for the T side, getting a kill or two in the middle. Ice up next. Oh, and his teammates burned out in that position. Good little peek there. Raijin coming in with that, and yeah, just powering through the middle. Also, you notice with the setups here for the Tajikistan side is that a lot of the times there's no real trades happening. They're very much set up like individuals. There's no swing in the middle when somebody dies. They're just dying one at a time. So that's something that could definitely be improved. It might make it a little bit easier. Unfortunately, they don't have any money in this next upcoming round, so they're in a little bit of trouble by this point.
Yeah, safe to say. Might be a bit of an awkward one. The 7. Uzbekistan, 3 rounds ahead, 3 rounds away. Not going to be the easiest, but Tajikistan into this next round. It's basically their last chance as well. They can't make that buy round stick. Round number 19 is all she wrote, I think, in this one. I'll have to say, Util going to come over in a second. King up close, a very risky place to play. He might get a chance. Oh my god, they had Util out. And King spots all this information. They may as well go now.
Yeah, either you go or you spend like a minute trying to move around the map to try and sell some other idea. So I agree. Just go for it. You've already been discovered. They're going to throw the smokes and keep on pushing through. It's a bit of a chaotic spray, but it'll get the job done anyway. As the bomb is being planted here. Oh, right through the smoke. Madara on the other side. He's going to be so upset. It's like, oh, I just tried to take one shot, guy. Why are you doing that? It will be an 11th round for Uzbekistan. They are getting ahead of the game now. 4-round difference. Finally, a little bit of money on the CT side, but not a ton.
This is it, man. This is the real do or die, at least in my eyes. If Tajikistan can't find this round, I don't think they're going to have a chance here. Simple as that. With an 11-7 scoreline, it's much, much closer than, well, the Kazakhstan game, and much closer than we expected. But the result might remain the same. Icy Valone. The reason we loved him in Yash, he was one of the most dedicated entries we've seen in a while. And oh my god, he ran a hell W all the way out towards A. And he gets the easiest double open. He might even get one more. Icy Valone is relentless.
Yeah, he really is. Oh, it's sick. It's fun to watch, though. They're going to win the round, make it up to 12 here without any real issue. So, yeah, I don't know. it still feels like that level difference exists here. Just I think just Tajikistan maybe coming up with a more of an interesting game than we were expecting, which I got to give them credit for. I think it's pretty cool to see.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Tajikistan have at least made more of a conversation out of this one, but I think Uzbekistan have decided, yeah, we want to end this now. We want to call it. I don't blame him.
Yeah.
I don't blame him. This has been a game which had its moments. This time the final towards A once again, and why not? However, not as successfully. Icy Vlone and DSSJ got all to do.
Ooh, trying to make their way through the smoke right here. He will catch Icy Vlone. And DSSJ is already low on health. Yeah, the grenade might just be enough. They throw it down and it catches him. Oh no, that's well done. They live another day. They need to win another 4 rounds like that to bring it in overtime though.
Yeah, it's true. And there's plenty of money still left in the back pockets. Uzbekistan kind of tried to go pretty relentless there with the back-to-back call of just flying out towards A. Second time of asking. Yeah, not to beat. Not to beat. Either way, 12-8.
Yeah. They have a lot of work ahead of them still.
Yeah, I mean, we're looking at this and saying, hey, at least it's the better buy than what they had last round, and maybe chances. I know they can kind of at least fight up against some of these quicker style rounds, but they want to go towards the B site, and he's here, all for the first, and I don't know, and this might be the end.
It could be. No question about it here. The bomb is quite far away. I think that's like the silver lining for the round is that there's a little bit of time here for the CTs to try and get into a better position. Although that time is being slowed down by the Molotov. So, yeah, you could see King. It's making him nervous that he has to wait on that corner for too long. There's a Molotov right in front as well. Don't even need it. Pick up the kill with the AK instead. But he can steal that grenade and sort of throw it back towards the market here. AWP waiting for them. It's a missed shot, though. Icy Vlone not able to take that one. That's a bit interesting, maybe. The retake could be on. There is a kit as well on ISO. Something is possible here. Seka just swings for it and gets the kill, leaving Muchas Gracias alone. He's going to try and go for the defuse inside. He does have the kit. He's going to find it finally. Is the spray going to be quite enough? Oh, it's a nice grenade. Knife is out, but they've already won the round on the CT side. He does get the stab in, but the game will continue.
Too little, too late. We go again. Tajikistan still not dead just yet, staying alive. And fair play. I mean, honestly, credit to them. It's very easy to kind of mentally, mentally check out in these sort of situations and just say, hey, they're better than us. They've got already towards, map point. They're going to call it. But Tajikistan got their ideas. They've still got a bit of fight left in them. Uzbekistan are just going so relentlessly quick in terms of how they're approaching these rounds. It's good at times, but pace can also kind of be the worst enemy too. I mean, we're seeing it now as well, where the second the pace stops and they don't actually know where to go, they get a little lost. They're shot towards mid. Head on towards the smoke as well, as Uzbekistan will find the opening kill.
Yeah, it's a bit of a nasty angle. I think he thought he was a little bit safer up on that boost, but obviously not the case. I like this attempted push towards the ramp over at A for King. I think you've got to do something like this, right? You're a man down. He's trying to get the information, basically pushing into T spawn by now. He might be late to the action, but at least they have more of a chance of knowing what's actually going on here. And you can tell Uzbekistan has slowed down, yeah? Here's the push coming through. He's quite deep in there by now. Icy Vlone, though, the timing is magnificent. So now that push, that flank for the middle, it might not be quite enough here. And towards T-spawn, or CT-spawn, sorry, it's Ice who's already been thrown back with that AWP. Can't really do much of anything.
Yeah, I don't know. Not an easy one.
Definitely not. Oh, here comes up the A ramp again. So he went for the T-spawn. He kind of rotated all the way back straight into the AK, unfortunately. It leaves Madara 1 versus 3, and they know where he is. They've already heard the footsteps, so no surprises here. Uzbekistan looking to get this 13th round and almost picking it up in that fight. Icy Vlone, I think, maybe a little bit rushed to try and end the game there. Definitely could have played it a lot more safely, but didn't really want to. Trying to do a little bit more damage, but it's not going to be enough. It'll be Uzbekistan at the end to pick up the map win.
Nice. I mean, honestly, considerably closer than we expected. We looked at that and said,
oh, yeah.
Kazakhstan just won 13-0. This should be kind of basically more or less a similar sort of scoreline, but it wasn't. Uzbekistan definitely not as clean. No two ways about it. They play that like a pug, and similar with most pugs. Yes, you might have the individuals, but it doesn't always work out as intended, and that's exactly what we've just seen. I mean, Uzbekistan, they were made to work for that. It was much, much harder than I think probably they would have expected as well. We can take a look through some of the highlights, and you can see basically just how we got to where that was. It was from the get-go a considerably tougher game than I think Uzbekistan probably expected, and you could see them playing so loose.
Yeah, I think 100% a different game from what we were expecting. So we'll take those. Why not get a little bit of a different mix in there? It's more fun this way than the potential 13-0 that might have been in the cards at some point. So I'm happy for it. Good to see. Again, I think K27 coming up with some really good entry frags. Muchas gracias coming up with some good rounds. Yeah, we had a little bit of everything. I think it was nice. Bit of a change of pace.
Yeah, it was a good game. It was a good game. It was good to see as well. For Uzbekistan, nice work from them individually at the very least. I mean, IESF won 23-12. I think he finished at the tail end. I mean, a really, really good game. And multiple occasions actually bailed out Uzbekistan for some pretty embarrassing round losses. Thankfully, it wasn't the case. But, Uzbekistan now join Kazakhstan at the top. Both go 2-0 for the day. Both got 6 points. So exactly what you want. They're both in that qualification spot. The team closest to them is Kyrgyzstan, who are 1 win, 1 loss. But as long as basically there isn't any drastic upsets, at this rate, it's very much looking like Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan will be the two teams making their way towards Chengdu, which is pretty damn sick. Of course, they'll be playing tomorrow as well as the opening game.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what happens in that game for sure. Kind of hard to know, I guess. It's hard sometimes to match one team against another, but yeah, so far I think Tajikistan has been sort of the surprise of the day in many ways. Everything else I think we more or less expected, and we got to see two different regions, compete and try and qualify, right? Both the Southeast Asian and the Central Asian region. So we got a lot going on, a lot at the same time. The highlights at the end of it, I mean, you could see that. I would say there's still a sizable difference, and I wonder if Uzbekistan, if they doubled and tripled down and played a little bit more, let's say, like the kind of Counter-Strike they probably normally play, they might have been able to win with a lot more rounds in their favor. But we'll see. I think we might get a different look at them if they play Kazakhstan, I'm sure.
Yeah, no, I think you are right. I mean, I think maybe when they're playing against Kazakhstan, because it's maybe in their eyes a quote-unquote tougher team, they might actually lock in a little bit. But I think the big thing is probably that conversation about Kazakhstan as a team. Yes, the individuals may be super scary towards Uzbekistan, but if things get a little dicey, or when teams have to kind of fall back on the strat book, who's going to have a deeper one? It's going to be Kazakhstan in that sense. So it's going to be an interesting matchup. I really wonder how Uzbekistan are going to approach that, because there's a world in which they could actually try and actually utilize their slightly more mixy composition to their advantage. Play it very aggro, like a pug, and actually just see if they can catch these guys consistently off guard.
Yeah, I mean, again, if you have the confidence, if you feel like you can do it, then why not? Why not try and do that? So again, I think we are trying to see if we can get, I think, Sekar online from Uzbekistan. So we'll see if we can get him with a little bit of an interview. Hopefully the audio will work this time for everyone involved. But, if not, I'm sure we'll find a way to fix it. But yeah, been fun to see. I'm curious to see how they feel about the game, because we were surprised, but, maybe they weren't. So we'll try and find out for you guys.
Sure. I mean, Tajikistan, honestly, as well, and just you got to give them a little bit of credit too. A very, very good game, but considering the, I guess, context of it, you get 13-0'd by Kazakhstan in a tough old showing where there's nothing really to work with, and then, coming back in and making it really competitive. Fair play. I mean, honestly, not a bad showing at all. I think we can take some of the positives away from that and say that Tajikistan at least have earned themselves a bit of respect in this sense. I don't know if it's going to be enough. I don't think they're now in any sense contention for the spot. I'm pretty sure it's more or less locked in. But yeah, I think where we're at the moment, though, decent, better, right? At least there's something to speak of. 13-0 is pretty damning to come back from, and at least they made it competitive.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. You get slapped pretty hard. You have to get back up again for the next game right away, and you kind of do a job. So more credit to them in that sense. I do believe the interview is ready. So let's try if we can get Seka in on join us for a call.
Yeah. So it'd be cool to kind of pick his brains off the back of that one. Hello. What's going on, man? Can you hear us? You can see us? All good. Thank you very much for joining us. First of all, how you feeling? Yeah. 2 wins today. Pretty decent. You find yourself flawless. All in all, good day from you guys.
Yeah, thank you. We're feeling good, and we will pretty sure that.
I think we can't hear you. It might be the same again. Sorry, we had this issue a little bit earlier where it's either a case of you can't hear us or we can't hear you. It's one of the two.
We'll see if we can get it back online.
It's a bit of a tough one. Hopefully we can fix it, but we'll see. Yeah, just waiting for the tech side of things.
Hello.
Can you hear us?
Now?
I can hear you.
Yes.
All right, awesome.
Wonderful. Good.
Well, I'll go again. Good. How are you feeling off the back of today? 2 wins, pretty decent overall.
Yeah, we're feeling good, and we will sure. We was sure that we will win, I think, and we're feeling good. Thank you so much.
Nice. How did you feel about your last opponent here in Tajikistan? How were they better than you guys expected?
Yes. We expected a more flawless victory, but we meet some issues on Mirage, but we still sure that we will promote from this group, I think.
Nice. See, I see behind you as well. You had a very, very good game. Talk to me about tomorrow, Kazakhstan. That's going to be a pretty interesting game. Basically, winner of you guys guarantees, top place going through and all the rest. How you feeling about them? They're a pretty good side themselves.
Yeah, Kazakhstan is. I think it's a main enemy for us, and we will fight tomorrow for the slot in China, and we hope that we will win. And we're pretty confident in our strength and our power.
That's really sick. I'm glad to hear that. How does it? Can you guys tell that IESF went through this last year and like has the experience? Does that help you guys having someone with more experience on the team?
Yeah, of course. IESF is a good player. He's a strong player, and we also have Ryujin from One Win. We also had DSSJ from Arcred, and we think we have so much confidence because of these guys, and we hope that we will show all of guys, all of viewers that we can win, and we hope we will take road into the Riyadh.
Nice.
Awesome. Well, brother, we'd love to see it. We won't keep you too long. Go and celebrate. Go and enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you very much for joining us. And yeah, best of luck in towards tomorrow. One more day and we could be seeing you in Chengdu, China.
Oh, thank you so much. And thank you for you guys. And we enjoy to see you under snow, Kai. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
Take care, brother. Take care.
Yeah.
Lovely stuff, man. Yeah, good to hear, man. Honestly, the one thing that I'm really taking away from that, they're confident against Kazakhstan, which is fair play. I mean, I would maybe be thinking here saying maybe a bit tentative or nothing, but they back themselves is basically what he's saying. So yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I think especially with like he mentioned the overall the broad experience of the team. I imagine they are going to be super confident. So that's exciting. I think that game is going to be fun and obviously so much on the line. So pretty good stuff. Good to see that the confidence is not at all harmed.
Yeah, I am looking forward to it. But I think it's safe to say that, Anders, we're done for the day. We've had 2 best of 3s and then 2 best of 1s to see off today. We've covered Southeast Asia, we've covered Central Asia, and of course, we'll be back tomorrow. We got plenty more Counter-Strike. You still need to decide who's making it out from Southeast Asia, where Malaysia are looking really, really good over there. Vietnam maybe just behind them. Here in Central Asia, Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan pulling most of the heavy lifting in terms of the teams. We'll have to wait and see whether that continues in towards tomorrow. Maybe we have some upsets. But for now, ladies and gents, we're going to throw this one to end for the day. Be back tomorrow, I think, at 9 a.m. European time, 8 a.m. UK time, wherever you are in the world. You can kind of figure it out off the back of CE2, DAST, all the rest. Check on the IESF Twitter and all the rest, and they'll tell you when we are live. For now, from myself and Anders, thank you for joining us. See you tomorrow.